through. We're going to give you an overview about HeyGen, how to create your AI avatar, using different ways to create your AI avatar, using the voice feature for AI avatar, and a couple other different ways to create very cool content. So let's get into it. So when you first land in HeyGen, this is what you're going to see. This is the HeyGen page after you sign up. Now, there are some options here if you want to just jump into creating something, just creating your avatar, auto editing. So you can go through the list of different things that they offer here. I'm going to teach you something specific today, so let's stick to that. So I'm going to go here to home. I'm going to go to avatar. And then you're going to see here a list of different avatars, look, and styles that I've created for myself and other people. So we can test those out. So if you're coming in here for the first time, you would not have an avatar. Ready? So you would come in here, click on new avatar. If you're cloning yourself, if you actually want to put yourself in as the avatar, you would click on clone a real person. If you're cloning, if you want to create like a virtual character, now that character represents you and your brand, this is what you would use. You would use create a virtual character. Now, let's go click on clone yourself. Now, what this will do, this will either, if you, depending on where you are, if you're using this on your laptop, it's going to ask you to pull in the look and style and view of your camera. Or if you want to upload your footage, you can. So you can either record it directly in here with the system using your camera, using your microphone, or you can upload the footage in here. And then that footage is what gets used to create the video. So I'm not going to click record now. You can also record via phone. Let me click that out. You can also record via phone, and that sends you a QR code that you can scan. And with that, you have a couple of seconds to go through, sign in. You'll have to sign in. And then after that, be able to speak into the system to your code. So when you are creating an avatar, it asks you to give a code. Okay. Because HeyGen wants to make sure you are the person that's cloning yourself, as you're claiming you are the person that's cloning yourself, it'll have you read a specific code into the system. That way it knows it's you, like it's real, right? So because you are really recording it through here, the system, or you're really recording it through your phone, because it needs to be live. This part cannot be recorded. Now you can also upload the footage. However, this might also, what tends to do is after that, you'll still have to go in there and be able to record to give permission for them to use you and create your avatar. So go ahead and upload the video here. Now you see what you need to upload. I definitely want to make sure you do a couple things with this. Number one, film it how you want it. Meaning if you want a horizontal video like this, film a horizontal video and then submit that horizontal video. If you want a vertical video, film it as a vertical video, submit it as a vertical video. Look at the environment behind you, right? If I want to film it, say if I'm using this for my avatar, now this is what I want. Okay, perfect. Make sure everything behind me is the way I want it. Make sure we have the nice lighting. Make sure we have everything set up, because this is the environment that's going to live with your avatar. Now, there's ways to change it, but I just want to show you right now, at least get the best quality input, and then you can change it. Now, as we go through, I want to show you a couple things. Speak expressively for at least 15 seconds. I would say do it for longer. What I need you to make sure you do is try not to read a script. Just tell me about yourself. Tell me about your company. Tell me about your business. Tell me about an offer or product or something that you have or something that you like. That's going to make you speak more like you. Do not try to read a script. Some people try to do that and it just doesn't sound right. They're going in there and reading it and it sounds like, create your avatar. We'll verify you have permission to use your avatar. Like, terrible. We don't want that. Be as natural as possible. But that's why I tell you, tell me about you. Tell me about something you like. Tell me a story that makes the you actually come out and be more natural. Now, what I want to make sure we do next is, as I said, natural expressions. So talk. If you move certain ways, if you do a big smile, big expressions, you kind of move your hands like this. Do them. Do them. Move around. Do those expressions that you like. We want to make sure we see you the way you are. Pause between sentences. We need to understand how you go from talking about one thing and then talking about another thing. So that way it's not about talking about one thing and then talking about another thing. To run on, we need to see where you pause and then how you pause, the way you sound when you pause, and then how you go talking about the next thing. Not only the sound, but your face, your expressions. Okay. I know certain people that like to talk, they move forward as they're talking, and then they go back to start a different sentence or start another part of the conversation. So we need to see you in your natural element. Make sure it's a quiet place. We need to make sure it's a quiet place. It's lit up nice. We don't want to allow sound because that's going to ruin your sound. Even though I'll show you a different way to incorporate you in your sound, that's fine. But I want to make sure you understand at least this way. When you record, you can use the best quality sound going in, and the lighting, very important, because we are trying to capture your face. We're trying to capture everything that you have. We want to make sure it sounds correct. Okay, and want to make sure it sounds correct. Speaking of sounds correct, okay, I was checking my audio. We want to make sure your voice, okay, so use whatever mics you have. If you don't have a mic, there's different ways to getting mics online. There's some of them are as inexpensive as $20 for a mic, a good quality mic. So just make sure you test it, okay? But make sure we can hear you. Make sure whatever things you want in front of you, you have. So like me, sometimes I have a couple avatars. Some avatars have my microphone here. Some of them don't. Some of them have my headphones there. Some of them don't. So it just depends on what is it that I want to have on there and what I don't want to have on there. All right. So go in there, upload it. Depending on what you upload, it'll take some time. Okay. It'll take some time there to upload, get reviewed. And then after that, it'll ask you to do another video where you give your permissions and it'll have you read an actual like number into it. Now let's go back to avatars. Now, once it's been created, that's the video side of the avatar. Let me show you how the videos look. Now, here's an example of an avatar that I trained with my video. Okay, this is more like a selfie style video that I did. In this selfie style video, you can see it's a little bit more natural. Now, initially, this was not a video I made to train. That's why I'm holding a microphone there, and the microphone was actually moving. So it was not an initial video to train. This was more my initial one to train it. I love that they have you speaking other languages. So this was the initial one I used. Honestly, not the best lighting. I can see myself here as you compare that with these. Well lit here. This one's a little bit darker, not only my face, but my shirt and everything else. Okay. Hold on. I think somebody was trying to call me. Okay, so that's what you do right there for. I don't know how I put it on do not disturb. Um, okay, so that's the video side of things, and that's how you train a video. So I train these three as a vertical videos. That one too, this one, and this one. There's a couple other ones here that I trained, and then I did a couple horizontal. So here's my horizontal one. So similar to this one I did, this is a vertical video. This is my horizontal video. I have no idea where it picked up the audio from. I'm still wondering that to this day. But don't worry, I don't use that audio. I use a different audio. I'll walk you through that. That's a different trick. But as you can see, I'm gonna mute it. I'm just gonna play it, but you can see it's more natural. It moves, sounds like me. It does different things. It moves around, expressions, tilting my head, moving around. So it's a great way to show everything around it. So let me close this out. So those are the vertical videos here, and that was the horizontal video here. Okay, let me go over here. This one here, as you can see, it's a picture. It's a picture. That one's a picture. This one's a picture. So you can also, if you didn't record a video, you can upload a picture and have the AI avatar use the picture to create your avatar. Now, the quality is slightly different. The look, feel, and style is just different. With the picture, everything's sort of flat and it tries to make it 3D, which to me it looks a little bit more fake to me. And I'll show you some examples of a image one versus a real one. Let me go. Where are my projects? There we go. Projects. Okay. So here's the image one. As you can see, this is the image. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's clearly it just feels slightly off compared to the other ones. Okay. So this is the image one. Let me show you the image one. And then let me show you a real one where I filmed, where there was a video that created the avatar. Okay, not bad. So that's the video, that's the image one. And now let me show you this, either one of these that I trained myself with the video. Okay, so very good. Like you see, the quality, the look and style is great. It's great, great. It looks great, it sounds great, and the movements, everything else goes along with it. Now let's go back to here. Let me go back to avatars. So, since if you did it correctly, you uploaded your avatar, you trained it with the video, now you have options for it to generate other ones, just like the ones you see around me. All of these are generated as like copies. Okay. So, if I go to here, I can either upload a look, meaning I can now upload an image or video that looks like me with a different background, actually an image, because you are going to create like a different background style image. As you can see here, right? That's one with a different look and style background. That's another one with a different look and style. So is that one. So you can either upload another look. You can also have it AI design another look. So whatever you want to do, okay? There are different options here for you. Now, you can also select your avatar like this one. Let me select this one. And then I can click on edit look. And then what I can do is I can remix the look. Okay. So based on this overall look and style, how I am right there with my camera, my microphone, and everything else, now I can remix that look. So if I click on any of these, you'll see they'll change it to that style. And let me show you some of the recent ones I created. So here are some of the recent ones I created. based on that. With a microphone, with no microphone, with a shirt on, with a jacket on, like all these different looks and styles is like different opportunity there for me. Okay, so you have the opportunity there for you to remix a look. You can go in here like, okay, if I was a studio streamer, like let me see how I would look. Okay, cool, very cool. There's 5 different looks right here. It says, yep, 5 different looks because this one's the same as that one. And then you click remix look, it'll remix it, and then that's exactly what you'll get. You'll get this right here, like how I did with the remix look, just like that. So it's a very cool way to getting a few more just like this. Okay, so now that's the way it is there. So let me show you a couple things. Now, let's say if you want to use this video in your system. So I want to use this video. I want to use this video. I can either build it scene by scene. I can either add a script, use with a prompt, or create new shots. So let me walk you through each one of these. Now, think of scene by scene as you're creating something that has multiple different places or areas, right? It's like, okay, in this part of the video, I wanted to do this. In this part of the video, I wanted to do that. And so as you're building the different scenes, you're incorporating those different elements into it. Like, what do I want to happen here? So then as you go through, you build it out and you create the video fully that way. Another thing you can do here is once you're in the editing system, you can use your voice. Now, HeyGen will create a voice for you because you submit it. If you did it with a video, if you trained it with a video, it knows your voice from that video, it create a clone voice for you. Now, let me click on switch. For me, I like 11 Labs. That's where I created my voice, so I can import a voice. So if you ever want to import a voice, you can do that. Import a voice. That'll bring the voice in. You can connect it to it, bring the voice in, and now you're using that voice here. Okay, so that's my voice there. Let's talk about the different motion engines. So as you see, as you progress here are the newest one. Avatar 5 is the newest one. It's supposed to move like you, has motion to adapt to your script. That's great. So it'll understand your script and it'll have a little bit more motion and movement there. This was the previous one, Avatar 4, generic motion that adapts to script. And Avatar 3 applies lip sync over your footage, unlimited usage. So this one basically, think of your footage, whatever you're doing in your footage, all it's doing is trying to match the mouth to what you're saying in the script. All right, so you might see the same sort of movements and fluid movements happening that you did in your regular video to train it, but now your voice and your mouth, you're saying a different thing. All right, so let's get out of here. Exit. Go back to avatars. Okay. Using video, let's click add a script. So this one's where you directly add a full script in here. You copy and paste the script in here, and then you move forward and get the video done. You can update some of the information in here too. So again, you can still choose your audio, which one you want. I'm going to choose Avatar 4, 720 or 1080p, basically the size or the quality that you want. And then after that, or you can open it in the studio and then work on it inside the studio. So the way you saw it there was kind of like quick way to work on it. And then here's the studio, which looks exactly like how you saw before with the overall look and style. Now, let me see if I can get a quick. Write me a quick script on 5 ChatGPT prompts for business owners to create better social media posts. Let's do scripts. Okay, so here's the script. Most business owners know that they okay, so there's the script. I'm just gonna take that. You know what? That's a lot of prompts. Let's just do change it to 3 prompts only. I'm doing that so that way it can be shorter. And as we're generating the videos and you see the examples, it doesn't take that long. Okay, there it is. So copy it. Now, if you are copying in a script, there is a cool little GPT here called 11 Labs in Motion Creator. I paste my script in there. I click that, and it'll spit it out in a different way that you can actually copy and paste it in there, so that way it's read better. Okay. There you go. So I'm going to copy that, copy in here. I'm going to paste it. There you go. And what you're going to see is a couple different things. You're going to see a lot more capital words, the ellipsis. You're going to see those there. There's a lot of different things to kind of separate, exclamation marks, shorter sentences. You can do that. Okay. There's also an option here for your delivery style if you want to do that. I kind of leave mine the way it is because I don't want it to be too exaggerated. Keep it that way like that. And then here, again, you can choose your voice. And let me switch up because that's definitely not my voice. There you go. Let's select that one. That's my voice. Okay, it's not even switching it. And then I'm going to go with 4. That's a good one. I try not to go and change anything else here. The voice is the way it is. I'm not going to change much on it. And then it just like happens. So this is just to make the video. There are other options you can use over here. That just adds more complexity and layers to it. Right now, we're just going to focus on creating a video with your avatar. Okay, so now here it is. I'm going to click generate. I make sure I have the correct resolution. Actually, I'm going to do 720 since this is just an example. So I can save this. I'm going to do MP4 format. Watermark off, obviously. And if you have a specific folder, like if you have multiple different people, you can save it to a specific folder. Let me use this. Okay. Video example 1. And yeah, let me do that. Okay, so I'm going to submit it. It's going to go through. Bam, you're going to see a little confetti popping up. And there it is. So this is going to run through, and we'll let it run through. In the meantime, let's look at a couple other examples that I've done. Let's do some horizontal ones. So this is from the remix. So let me show you the remix, how that came out. Okay, so as you see, not bad. The only thing I noticed, and especially for me, I don't really show my teeth a lot because this the way my mouth is. I don't doesn't appear that way, and so this one adds teeth. Now I love the teeth for the most part. Some of these two are a little bit larger, but it's fine. That's how they should be. Now let's go this. Have veneers on there. They're nice, but as you can see, that adds teeth. All right, so there you go. That's the one you see for That was the remix. Now you see what the remix can look like. So that is the great thing about it. It puts you in a different environment, so you have to use the same thing over and over. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at different ones. That was that one. Now this was a remix of an image, and this is why I don't like images or remixing images. It's a really it feels like a copy of a copy. So that's why I don't remix an image. But I was just showing people an example of it. Super trippy looking. Definitely a longer neck that I have. Okay, okay, it's done. This is the one we just created here. So let's go and look at it. Get larger. So not bad, right? That's a very cool way of setting it up. Not bad at all. It looks like you. It sounds like you. It's natural. Like I said, if you choose the higher Avatar 4 and Avatar 5, you start seeing a little bit more movement and motion. Now, let me show you Avatar shots. I love avatar shots. So with this, you can actually generate some movement. So if you want the person to get up, move around, do some stuff, you can do that with avatar shots. And let me show you. Here we go. So this is avatar shots, but I did it with seed dance. And seed dance, you can move around and walk around. Here it is. This one. So the same thing. You use the same person, me, there, the same avatar that I trained, and they took it and I created a little commercial based on what I wanted it to create. Okay, so that's very cool. That's a cool way of creating avatar shots, and you do that with here. You go in here. Um, you can where is it? Cinematic, and you go to where is it? Video. There you go, cinematic, and then you go in here and describe what you want. You do that, you're able to choose it, and it'll create that video there. Now, so this was training number one. So now at least you know how to get in here, how to set up your AI avatar, how to train it with either a video or an image, how to bring in your voice from 11 Labs, and how to make a script video and another video that creates more movement. Okay. So that's the basics there of HeyGen. There's a lot more that we can go into, and we're going to do other videos on that. So make sure you check us out. You're probably going to see a video here somewhere on top. If not, come back, check us out. We're going to go live every day teaching you something new on creating content with AI. Make sure you hit that follow button, and we'll see you on the next one.